Good morning. Happy Shaturday, everybody.
It's Saturday morning cartoons. I'm Nick. We've got Joe over there, and we got George with the Smurfs background, and joining us today, Keith Garcia from Denver Film. How are you?
I am fantabulous. How are y'all today?
So good.
I'm so good. I missed you so much. We haven't seen you in, I would say, like, what, 2 years now?
Who's counting?
Who's counting?
You know, anymore.
Exactly.
It could be 2 years. It could be 10. It could be 2 days.
Specifically, you're the chief programmer at the C Film Center in Denver. Is that the correct title?
I am now the artistic director of the C Film Center.
Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
That's a cooler title. That's a way cooler title.
It is. I wanted to be ultimate programmer because that just sounded cooler.
Another year and
Yeah, the UP.
Yeah.
Someday you'll be the UP.
Ultimate programmer sounds like I had to take down a final boss to get there. And I was ready.
Exactly.
Well, we're ignoring the elephant in the room, and literally looks like an elephant. Joe, what's going on with your...
Oh, what? Oh, this?
Yeah, that whole thing?
CPAP. I just got it last week, and I have sleep apnea. I'm a huge snorer. My wife says that it's yell snoring. That's how she describes it. It's like I'm yelling while I'm snoring. And I got this thing maybe 2 months ago, and I didn't want to hook it up. Finally, last week, I was like, I'll try it. Changed my life. I'm having dreams that I've never had before. First night I put my CPAP on, I had a dream that I got my master's degree.
Wow.
And then the next night, I put on a parade for Queen Elizabeth. Like, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it would have changed my life, too, if you did it year one of our tour. But instead, I haven't slept in 15 years on the road. So, yeah, glad you found this now and it doesn't matter.
It's incredible. So it's changed my life, and I'm gonna take it off pretty soon, actually, because I can hardly breathe with it.
I want to know more of what this yelling, snoring sounds like.
Well, Nick, you probably have some video of it somewhere, right?
I'm sure I do. I would literally throw shoes at Joe while he was sleeping to wake him up because I couldn't fall back asleep. It sounded like he was screaming.
I've had people throw shoes at me while I'm sleeping because
That's what I just said.
Oh, was that you? That was you who threw.
I've thrown shoes.
I had the headphone off for a second.
Pillows, yeah. What's everybody eating cereal-wise? What do you have, Keith?
Well, I went because I wanted my mouth to bleed.
Oh, yes. Good old Cap'n. Oh, with Crunch Berries.
Large size.
I didn't go for Oops All Berries because I don't like accidents like that.
Well, you don't want to award accidents like that.
No, you don't.
Well, the factory worker who screwed up with the all berries was fired and can't feed his family now. So it's a tragic story.
Yeah. I'm going with Fruit Loops. Natural fruit flavors, Fruit Loops, tried and true. Hey, I was wondering, did Toucan Sam, did he ever have an enemy that was always trying to steal his Fruit Loops? I don't think he did. Did he?
No, he just kind of lived a blissful life of giving Fruit Loops to children. All right, and what fun sugary cereal do you have, George?
Well, for the fourth week in a row, I'm having a Special K vanilla almond, like an 80-year-old.
Were you at a muesli?
Exactly. Weetabix, was your Weetabix out of stock?
Back ordered.
So here's the thing. I went with Cookie Crisp today because it was one of my favorite cereals growing up. But here's the thing. I also found out there's a ripoff cereal in the aisle, Chips Ahoy, and the pieces look exactly the same. And
even the font.
So I did kind of a taste test, and Chips Ahoy's better, I got to say.
I think if we did like a Pepsi challenge that we would be able to...
Yeah, you could. The Chips Ahoy's Chocolater, and I just kind of mixed them both in this bowl, so I'm doing both. And I actually got Marty a waffle-based dog treat. So that's what he's been looking at the whole time. So, yeah, so Marty's going to enjoy this waffle.
I did pull off the shelf. Purchased in 2007 as a promotional item, though it does contain real cereal that has not been opened. Oh, God, this background.
In front of your shirt.
Put it in front of your Yep, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, Crustios.
Yes. Crustios for the Simpsons movie. Oh, my God, that background.
Yes, I went and got those at a Quickie Mart as well, a 7-Eleven that they had made into a Quickie Mart. So, so you didn't eat them either?
Nope. Just put them on a shelf. In 2007, pulled them off today. 13 years later.
But you never tried them? You never got like a second box to eat them?
No, I imagine that it was just Cheerios inside, is my guess.
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
What is your history, Keith, with Saturday morning cartoons?
It's it's a long-winded one, but in short, as a child, and I was a child of the 80s. I was born in 77, so my awakening of Saturday morning cartoons was all the super good stuff of the early 80s.
Golden age.
Yeah, right up until the 90s, and then I think I just it just wasn't hidden for me after a while. Much like Nickelodeon was starting to come in, and though there are some greats amongst Nickelodeon Nicktoons, previous to that.
What about Saved by the Bell? Did you ever transition into Saved by the Bell?
Not in a obsessive way. It was more like, well, hey, there's real teens and real problems and flashy lights. If anything, one of my favorite cartoons on Saturday mornings, there was a mixture of Saved by the Bell, but also one of my other favorite cartoons, Gem and the Holograms, was Kid Rock. I almost said Kid. Was it Kid Rock?
Kid Video.
Kid Video. Thank
Yes.
you. Kid Rock is a whole other terrible thing.
I want him to have a Saturday
I
morning
wish he
cartoon.
had a live action cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday morning show.
Kid with 2 Ds, Kid Video, and it was a garage rock band gets pulled into an alternate universe of music production, and every episode ended with a music video that the real actors who played the teens in the real world put together.
I remember that show was exactly like Dungeons and Dragons. It was like they were in a real world, and then they got swooped off, and all the characters were the same too. You had the wacky character, and then they got swooped off into the world, and then
I like that there was a danger in these cartoons that you could just disappear one day, be sucked into an alternate universe. That was a very dark idea.
Dungeons and Dragons was dark. It terrified me. They can't get home. They never get home in that whole show.
But I think for some kids who were having a rough time in their personal lives, they were hoping to get sucked into another dimension.
Yeah.
So it depended where you were coming from.
Yeah, Nick, you were living in Cookie Crisp.
I had all the Cookie Crisps I could eat. I just had stocks of. Oh, by the way, we always like to start off with a commercial. Let's start off with a Cookie Crisp commercial. And I was just looking up old Cookie Crisp commercials, and I remembered this one immediately.
Kids, cookies for breakfast?
But we love cookies.
Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, you can't have cookies for breakfast, but you can have Cookie Crisp. You can have that crunchy cookie taste with lots of chocolatey chips.
Looks like little cookies.
But it's a cereal and part of a complete breakfast, so just remember this. No, you can't have cookies for breakfast,
But you can have Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp cereal. You can have Cookie Crisp.
You can, and I did. I had way too much, and I was about 30 pounds overweight.
What a wild rule to teach children, where it's actually just throw cookies and milk and you're good.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that was Jarvis the Wizard, but that was, I guess now they have a coyote. I haven't had it for a long time, but now it's this coyote and not a wizard. So
You know what else is hilarious is how they just will slap on part of a complete breakfast. They'll always, no matter how shitty the cereal, it's always part of a complete breakfast.
now, George, you were an overweight kid. Did you have Cookie Crisps growing up?
I did not have that until very recently for the first time. I'm trying to remember what other sugar disaster I was eating. I think it was just Lucky Charms marshmallows. So
No,
that
well,
was
by all
new to me.
means, don't bring those on the show.
Okay.
Bring your Special K or whatever.
That might be fun. Yeah.
Oh, this Special K has strawberries in it. I'm going wild today.
We can CGI that in later.
Are we ready to dive into today's cartoon?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let me take you back to 1983 when toys were starting to get their own cartoons to sell the toys. He-Man, G.I. Joe, of course. But also, the most popular toy of 1981-82 was the Rubik's Cube. Marty thinks it's food. But, so this is the Rubik's Cube. And we've showed actually on VCR Party Rubik's Cube instructional video. So I'm going to try to, during the cartoon, not that I won't be entertained by this, but I'm going to see if I can get close to solving this. But Ruby Spears...
Wait. Do you guys want to make bets on whether Nick completes it or not? I'm going to say that he doesn't.
I'm gonna go with no, unless he's already pre-scrambled it.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
That's how scrambled it is.
That's
I'll
pretty
do a
scrambled.
few more twists too.
I don't think
You
I'll
know,
get it.
I
I'm
don't
an
think we do.
optimist, and so I'll say yes.
Okay.
Somebody had to say yes.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Keith. So in swoops in Ruby Spears Productions, and with this, we've got 2 VHS copies of Rubik: The Amazing Cube, aired in 1983, 13 episodes, 1 season, but then it re-aired in on ABC in 1985. I guess they would just do that. They'd be like, it originally aired with Pac-Man as like a, I don't know, they both were part of the same block of programming, and then they in 1985 said you can have your own. Ruby Spears, they were the former sound editors at Hanna-Barbera, and they created Scooby-Doo. So that's their pedigree coming into things like Rubik: The Amazing Cube, and which is why there were so many mystery episodes. I think that was just the
It
formula.
seems like they were on such a hot streak that they could walk into any pitch room and just like do a pitch and just like slam dunk every time.
Yes. The notable thing about Rubik: The Amazing Cube is the family in it was Hispanic. They were Mexican Americans, and it was the first time I can remember seeing an animated, like, Mexican family just doing normal kid stuff and family stuff in a cartoon. So that was a little bit different. And the voices, though, I don't think anybody was Hispanic who voiced the characters. Michael Bell doesn't sound like a Latino name. Michael Bell. He was Duke from G.I. Joe. He played Ronaldo. And Rubik was...
But do they attempt an accent?
The kids don't, but I think the parents will say something like "ay caramba" and things like that.
Okay.
Maybe he was Michael Belliamos, and they made it because of Hollywood.
It's possible.
Hollywood will do that, yeah.
And
Sure.
Rubik was voiced by Ron Palillo. Do you guys know who Ron Palillo was?
That's ringing a bell.
It's ringing a bell too. Yeah.
Horseshack from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, well, there you go.
Here's for those who didn't watch Horseshack religiously like I did on Welcome Back, Kotter. Here's Horseshack. Okay, so what they did, though, is they sped his voice up to be Rubik. So here's what Rubik sounds like.
My name is Rubik.
Sounds nothing like Horseshack. So I went in and I slowed it down to 70%. And here's what it sounds like at 70%.
My name is Rubik.
It sounds like Horseshack. It really does.
Yeah.
Why would they even get Horseshack? Because he has a distinct voice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, they don't have him doing this. Oh, Mr. Carter, he's not doing that.
Yeah, like any one of us could have been the voice of Rubik.
Exactly. They just sped it up. So here it is again, slowed down.
Rubik.
My name is Rubik.
So yeah, that's Ron Palillo doing that. And the plot of this was that Rubik falls off. This isn't the culturally appropriate term, but basically it's like a gypsy stereotype. It's like some guy with an old like stagecoach of mystical things, and the Rubik's Cube falls off of it, and the family finds it. And the youngest boy, I think his name is Carlos. He knows how to solve the Rubik's Cube, and when he does, it comes to life and becomes a magical creature. Like
Is the guy who's on the, what is it, like a horse, like with a,
yes.
What did you say? It was like, okay. Is he the same guy who sold Gizmo to the dad?
No, that was a different ethnic stereotype in Chinatown.
Okay.
Yeah, get those right. It's always a mystical foreign person. But Rubik could do anything. He could change sizes. He could make other people change sizes. He could change into different shapes. He could teleport to different places and teleport the kids elsewhere. He could shrink and expand things. He could travel through time. He could turn into different objects. He was basically Jesus Christ. He had, He could walk on water. He could make loaves and fishes last far longer than they are supposed to. And so there are no rules about Rubik. Keith, do you remember this cartoon at all?
I do. And being a little Latinx boy, I remember feeling identification with it and feeling like, okay, here we go. This is
Really?
This is like me. There's some brown kids on the TV.
Nice.
All right. So it did
Because there really weren't any other shows like that, right? I mean,
No.
like, yeah.
I feel like there was always a side character. I know, like, I'm either confusing, oh my gosh. Well, I'm either confusing Mr. T with Jackie Chan and his cartoon, but he always had like a kid, and it was either a black kid, an Asian kid, but rarely a Latinx kid.
Weird.
So
Yeah, Mr. T had just about. It was like a Benetton ad. It just had every ethnicity and but yeah, I don't remember the Jackie Chan one. But yeah, this was like the first one. I'm glad it kind of got through at least because the cartoon. I don't know. You decide if it holds up. I watched 4 episodes on these 2 VHS tapes, and I picked the one that I thought was the most fun, where they go to Hawaii.
nice.
Sound all right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
And are you gonna take the Horseshack?
Am I gonna take the horse shack?
Going, ow, ow, ow! Are you gonna speed that up?
Oh, I should
his
actually
voice.
make
Are you
him
gonna
say,
him doing that and
oh,
speed it up so that it sounds like Rubik.
I will tack that onto the end of this
Next
episode.
time.
Keith.
Yes.
That's a great
All
idea.
right, sounds
I will
Work
tack
on
it
that, Nick.
I will
Work on
tack,
that.
I'll tack it on while I'm trying to solve the Rubik's Cube.
Excellent idea.
So, yeah, this is Rubik the Amazing Cube going to Hawaii. And by the way, Menudo, the famous Latinx band, before this is pre, who's the famous Menudo member?
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin. This is pre-Ricky Martin Menudo, but they wrote and sang the theme song.
On a mysterious night, Rubik Cube appeared, bringing happiness. Rubik Cube has changed everything in our lives. He's colorful, magical, lovable. Rubik.
There's Ruby.
He's our friend. Rubik, the amazing cube.
Hello, my name is Rubik.
My name is Horseshack. I want to do a compilation of all like the interstitial music like that, like dun, 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 and like this.
That's a Ruby Spears thing.
Sounds
Isn't
like
that a Ruby
cop
Spears?
show.
What, Joe?
Isn't that a staple of Ruby Spears? Don't they always do that? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. And yeah, it did sound like a cop show kind of thing.
Hawaiian Islands, one of the most mysterious bodies of land in the world. And there are
It's an
many
ambitious
strange
angle
and
they're coming
scary
in on.
legends
It
of
is.
the island.
Really panning around the
One of
snow.
those legends is about a ghost. Some say it is a most frightening and hideous creature. A creature one would never want to meet.
We will be landing in Honolulu in just a few minutes.
I love flying.
Yeah, but it's
They're
not
the
as
only
good as
ones on the
flying with
plane.
Rubik.
Yeah.
You said it. Rubik, I understand. This flying mechanical contraption,
Nick.
I don't.
Can you pause? Why didn't Rubik just fly them all there?
Well, that's
Like,
what he's
why didn't
saying. He's like, that's what they're saying. They're like, it's weird to be flying in a mechanical contraption. Normally, Rubik flies us everywhere. But
Well,
the
why doesn't Rubik fly them?
parents don't know. They can't let the parents know that they have a magical cube.
Do you think maybe Rubik doesn't exist and it's just part of their imagination that they're imagining Rubik?
Trauma. Trauma?
It's trauma, yes. Yeah, it's the shared family trauma.
It's the reboot.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Maybe that's what Ruby Spears is going for with this.
Okay.
Rubik understand Lisa. Oh.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
You gotta get ready to land, Rubik. Boy, I can't wait to hit the beach. And the surfing.
And the girls. Yeah, I got the area charted out. We can go in through the base of the volcano. That's just a legend. You don't believe it, do you?
Is he a
Okay.
good guy or bad guy?
I'll meet you
It's hard to
here
tell.
with the Jeep tonight.
Fun and fun. This is a life for me. I may get a job doing this.
I hope Carlos is doing okay.
This is the greatest, Rubik. You're better than a wave any old day. Rubik, have fun too. Okay, let's head in. Vamos. Aye, aye, Captain Carlos.
That should be a GIF right there. That
Surfing on.
That should be a GIF.
Yeah. Vamonos.
Aye, aye, Captain Carlos. Okay, Rubik, I don't think anyone's looking.
Nick, pause. Why don't they want anybody to know about Rubik? Is it because
Basically,
scientists
they don't want that evil magician guy to find out.
He's long gone.
No, he shows up in almost every episode. In other episodes, the magician is trying to get Rubik back to harness his powers for evil. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good question. Yeah, that's why they're trying to prevent the magician from knowing. I don't know. That's the conceit of the show.
No further questions.
There you go. Pretty cool. Oh, bummer. That's the second time today.
Well, little buddy, why don't you give her a hand? I mean, a cube.
Rubik always help Lisa.
Do, 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 do.
The Rubik, the Amazing Cube Orchestra.
Yes, Rubik. All finished. Hello. Oh no! Rubik!
He's about to drown.
Turn into the surfboard.
He can't until he's solved.
Gotcha. He got him. I saw you lose this.
Gee, thanks!
No problem. You just get on the islands?
Yeah,
I'm Hawaiian. My name's Chemo.
I'm Carlos. This is Ronaldo
That's
and
an
Lisa.
unfortunate name.
That's a very interesting cube. It looks like the sacred
That's short
crystal
for
of my great
chemotherapy.
ancestors.
Huh?
Yes. Hundreds of years ago, my people placed a magic crystal on the tip of a forbidden volcano. The light from the crystal guided ships safely to the islands.
That's really neat. Where's this volcano?
Oh, I couldn't show you. It's forbidden. And besides, they say a ghost haunts the volcano.
You're not gonna tell me you believe in that malarkey.
It is true.
Malarkey.
But like, ghosts can
Never
exist
doubt
if
the
Rubik
Hawaiian
exists.
legend.
Exactly. What's the
Well,
logic?
I doubt it if you can't show us. You get the idea.
I disagree
like
with that
to
little
see
girl.
this ghost?
Well, maybe you wouldn't, Lisa. I mean, Chemo did say it was forbidden.
Ronaldo, maybe that crystal's connected to Rubik somehow.
We really don't know where Rubik came from. I wonder. Gee, maybe it would be neat to see this crystal. Well, we can only go at night, and we have to sneak to the top.
I love sneaking. It's my nature.
Okay, but you'd have to swear to secrecy.
We do.
Then we go tonight. I still don't like sneaking out.
We'll be okay. Rubik is with us, and if anything happens, he'll zap us right back in bed in a second. Hi, Chemo.
Hi.
We'll be okay. We have
Let's
God with
go.
us.
Yeah, what time is it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell the time of day here.
Charlie, you bring the tools? That I wouldn't forget.
I like how they turn from gray shadows directly into.
Charlie, you bring the tools? That I wouldn't forget. Good.
They're bad. Are they good guys or bad guys?
I don't know. I think we still have to see a little more to decide.
I think they're judging people a little harshly.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm looking too closely at their eyebrows, which are
Yeah.
pointed straight down.
Don't judge them. Take a cue from
I won't.
Rubik here.
Tonight, we're gonna be rich men.
They're fine.
Here we are.
This is certainly no picnic.
Hey, amigo, better keep Rubik ready, just in case.
Keep your eyes open, Rubik, old pal. Rubik, take care of kids.
These
Wait,
are
what kind
ancient
of
steps.
pocket T-shirt is that? There's
Yeah,
there's another layer to it. Like it's not just like it's in his pocket.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
right.
The second half of his shirt
So
is an entire
Ronaldo's
pocket.
Ronaldo's a big fan of number 8, and then you got this guy. Yeah, it's like a whole.
Like
I
that's
feel
it's like a shoplifter's dream. Like, t-shirt.
It's a kangaroo pouch in his shirt.
I think we were all wearing that in the 80s.
That pocket should get its own cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos's magical pocket.
If it could be hypercolor, then it'd be all set.
Absolutely.
Yes, once it gets into the 90s, then yes.
That's our spin-off.
Eyes open, Rubik, old pal. Rubik, take care of kids.
These are ancient steps that will take us to the top.
I feel safer in an elevator.
It'll be okay. I have my ancestors' jade necklace for luck.
Great. He needs luck.
I have a thing. I wonder if Horshack was happy with his agent for landing him this, or not happy. I gotta think he was happy because like voiceover gigs have to be the sweetest gigs of all of them.
Yeah, Cotter Cotter was huge, and Horshack was the biggest thing out there. So you got to think that he was.
But I wonder if he was like, "Oh, what am I doing? I'm taking a step back. Like
He probably never even saw a script, nor what they were just like, can you come in and record these lines, these 40 lines?
Yeah.
And we're going to speed them up, and you don't even have to worry about it.
And they're like, and here's $40,000. Yeah.
And he famously boxed Screech when he was an older man. So I think his standards probably quickly went down after Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah.
Oh!
Don't worry, I gotcha.
Damn, girl, that was the first step.
Chart, that's the secret way inside. Behind this boulder.
Very Scooby-Doo-esque so far, right? A little bit.
Yeah, we did it.
And how you can always tell when something's going to move in the frame because it's like a lighter color than the backgrounds, you know?
Oh, yeah.
What about the ghost, Logan? I told you, it's just a silly superstition. But it's supposed to guard the crystal. What if it's real? That crystal is worth millions, and nothing is gonna stop us from getting it.
It's pretty windy and cold up here.
Why would
But
they be
it'll all
saying that
worth
to
it.
each other?
We get to see the ancient crystal.
Oh,
Should have stepped on that lighter colored part of the mountain.
No time, Hermanito. Rubik has to help.
Rubik, save Timo.
It's a giant pocket.
Huh? What? Your cube? I don't believe it. It has powers. But
I believe in mountain ghosts,
We've
but not
never quite
sentient
figured that
Rubik's
out
cubes.
ourselves. But he has them.
Nice going, guys. Now he knows about Rubik.
We had no choice, Lisa.
Hey, your secret's
He was gonna
safe with
die.
me.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of sharing a secret with us.
Yeah, she just
But where
wanted
did you
him to
get that
die.
cube of yours?
That's a long story, and I'd rather not go into it.
Well, you saved my life.
It's a long
So
story
I'm
that
gonna
we all
call you
found out during the opening
Kamaina,
credits.
which means friend in Hawaiian.
Well, since the cube's out of the bag, I guess we can get to the top a little easier.
Or out of
I
your
thought
shirt.
Never suggest it. Okay, Rubik. Next stop, top floor.
Hey, neat.
A Rubik elevator.
Or a cop.
I will say, I mean, you have 3 Mexican-American kids, and then you have a Hawaiian person. There's very few white people, except for the bad guys in this cartoon. So
I tip my hat.
Just like in most of history, the white guys are the bad guys.
Exactly.
I tip my CPAP.
They say the crystal has more colors in it than any substance on Earth.
Where's the rest of it?
It's like an iceberg. The larger part of it is inside the volcano.
Wow.
It's like a clitoris.
You mean this is just a small part of it?
Yes, there's much more inside, but that's where the ghost lives.
Let's not get into that again.
Just like a vagina.
What cruel god didn't give Rubik arms?
Exactly.
He just has feet. They did not give him arms.
He can play soccer, but that's it. I mean, he's very limited.
It looks painful for him to walk too. Back it up. Like, look at him walk.
He's a cruel joke. He's a cruel joke of nature. Yeah.
But if you have telekinesis, do you really need arms?
That's true. You barely
Why is he
even need
walking?
feet.
Yeah.
That's also a good question.
Why isn't he just floating?
Exactly.
Uh-oh, Rubik! Rubik, okay.
I don't like when he's in pain.
No.
We've got to save him.
Especially because we know that's just Horseshack speaking really slowly.
Exactly. Oh, Mr. Carter.
Liberace?
George. Okay, there we go. That's part 1 of Rubik the Amazing Cube.
That's very Scooby-Doo ending right there. Or end of whatever, Act 1 or Act 2, wherever we're at.
Yeah,
I'm
it
scared.
is. It's a very Scooby-Doo ending, yeah. But what do you think so far? Everybody on board with the mystery here?
Yeah.
There's suspense.
I'm on the edge of my
What's gonna happen
seat.
to those kids?
I got this far so far. I got most of the red side done. Got to make some moves to get the red side done, and then I'm going to go with the rest.
You only have 8 sides to go.
It takes me a while, but I still think I could make it.
Do you have a second Rubik's Cube there that's solved on the table?
No, I'm
Okay.
afraid no movie magic.
Okay.
Have you seen, isn't there a documentary about Rubik's Cube
Speed
contest?
cubers.
And they're just like, honestly, humans are incredible Rubik's Cube-wise.
You have to memorize. It's hard. You got to memorize all these patterns. It's not easy. So I doff my cap to Carlos to being able to solve it.
Oh, Nick, I had a question about your sleeping cap. Have you actually slept with your sleeping cap on?
I tried it once and it was off. Like I woke up in the morning and it was nowhere near me. So it did not stay on. Sleeping cap's very impractical. So here's a quiz question, and everybody gets a chance to answer. We'll let Keith go first. But the quiz starts off, this is all based on cartoons that were toys, or toys that turned into cartoons. So the question is, which one of these toys did not get its own cartoon? Is it A, Teddy Ruxpin, B, Muscle, the acronym Muscle, C, Mad Balls, D, Glowworm, E, Hot Wheels, or F, Laser Tag? So Teddy Ruxpin, Muscle, Mad Balls, Glowworm, Hot Wheels, or Laser Tag. Keith, what do you think is the fake cartoon?
I want to say Muscle just because of their size. Like I can't imagine. I'm trying to think of what outlandish plot would have landed a cartoon around a version of wrestlers that's just on platforms, and like why that would have been like cool to kids.
Did you collect muscles?
No, I didn't.
You're familiar with them, though, clearly.
I was familiar with them.
Yeah.
It's between that and laser tag, and I'm gonna have to say, we'll go laser tag. It's my choice.
Okay. George, what do you think? Okay, all right, Joe, go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say muscles. I think muscles. I think it's absolutely muscles because they're all pink, and I feel like for animation you want a variety. You don't want a bunch of little pink things floating around.
Oh, like what about Smurfs? It's just a bunch of blue things floating around.
That's a good point. But what about Rubik the Magic Cube? Multiple colors, very beautiful.
Although he's white when he's just hanging out.
He's
Who,
blue.
Rubik?
Yeah. Isn't he just like white most of the time, and then when he gets excited?
Yellow when we did the.
Maybe it's yellow.
He's blue. He's blue. Like his face is blue. Oh, and then I see when he like becomes does magical powers. He kind of changes colors, but he's on the white side. That's where his face is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going muscle.
Okay, George, what do you think?
This is tough because I'm thinking of all the comic book adaptations of these. So like I don't know. Like I can't remember any Hot Wheels cartoon, but I do remember the Hot Wheels comic book of the 70s. So I don't.
But what a missed opportunity if Hot Wheels did not do a cartoon like that. I feel like that is because that was Mattel, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Mattel would have.
Biggest toy there is. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
They could have the talking cars and everything. I mean, like that.
What do you think, George?
I'm going Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
The correct answer is Muscle Toys.
Oh,
Not a
was.
real cartoon. Should have been. Would have been a good one. But yeah, Laser Tag Academy. I actually have a VHS.
Oh,
of that
that's
somewhere.
right. It was an academy. I
Yeah,
remember.
and of course it was an Academy. And Hot Wheels was a '60s cartoon, actually. It was an
Was
old
it?
cartoon. Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
So there's some on YouTube.
Time for a commercial break?
Yeah, I think it's time for a commercial break. George, what do we have this week?
So here are several commercials of Rubik's Cube related products, and as with the Trix Rabbit and Sunny from Cocoa Puffs, these commercials celebrate obsession and addiction. And I don't know why we're so surprised about that, because the ad industry of the 80s was fueled by cocaine. So I guess it's just, write what you know.
Right.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Sure, Sir Isaac Newton unraveled the mysteries of gravity. But could he have unraveled the mysteries of Rubik's Cube? 3 weeks ago, Judge Smith retired to her chambers with Exhibit A, Rubik's Cube. She hasn't been seen since. Warning, once you get your hands on Rubik's Cube, you may never be able to put it down. Rubik's Cube, over 3 billion combinations, but just one solution from Ideal.
Bob and Jane are a wonderful couple. They do everything together, but it wasn't always that way. Bob had an obsession with Rubik's Cube, and Jane hardly saw him. Then, Jane got Rubik's Game. It's the original Rubik's Cube plus a new twist, a challenging two-player strategy game. Rubik's Game, it's as simple as connecting 3 in a row, but really challenging because the 6-sided board is always changing. Rubik's Game, it's a puzzle, it's a game, and it's from Ideal.
Eastern Europe, the studio of a famous puzzle inventor.
So they want a puzzle that's harder than the original Rubik's Cube. Well, here's one they'll call Rubik's Revenge. This Revenge is a masterpiece. Just being able to solve one side will be a real challenge. 2 sides are almost impossible. And all 6 will be the ultimate revenge.
Rubik's Revenge, sent to you with love.
Rubik, you've done it again!
I'm gonna get you, Rubik!
It's Rubik's Magic Puzzle, the new challenge from the incredible Erno Rubik.
The cube was easy. I dare you to link the rings.
I did it!
You didn't do it right.
Rubik's Magic. Pick it up. You'll never put it down.
Oh, I can't put it down.
I can't put it down. Can you, Abe?
Rubik's Magic Puzzle. New from Matchbox. You'll never put it down.
Give me that back.
It's my turn now.
Come on.
Disturbing.
Rubik is back. Rubik's Magic from Matchbox.
Is that like a spitting image cartoon or puppet from England?
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
I like I'm gonna get you, Rubik, Macho Man. Those are good. Did you guys grow up with Rubik's cubes?
I had them. Yep, we had one in the household, and I remember I'm not what you would call smart, so I remember always trying to peel off the stickers to try and get it that way. Yeah,
definitely. Before.
My big brother was a Rubik's Cube champion of not like I don't know, regional or something, I think, because
really
he was like a math guy early on, so he was really good at it. So
Keith, did you have one?
I had one that I wasn't very good at, and I did have the weird flat thing that I tried, and it was held together with a really weird stretchy twine that sometimes if you were doing it too hard, you'd be like, oh crap, I'm about to, you feel like it's gonna snap.
Right.
I was wondering how they all held together. So is it like what are those things called? The jumping jacks or something? You know what I'm talking about? They have
Jacob's ladders.
Jacob's ladders, yes.
Yeah.
Like Jacob's ladder technology that they would use on that?
Kind of, but yeah, that weird
It looked like fishing line.
Yeah.
Sort of like it was like translucent. Yeah.
But something about it was what actually made the puzzle. I'm sure there was a winding mechanism to it that.
I didn't get
too smart for me.
I didn't get that commercial though because Napoleon was in it, and then the
Dracula
guy was. Yeah, no, but Dracula was on it. Napoleon was in it. Why were all those George, you probably watched it multiple times. Do you know?
So you're not going to believe this, but this is entirely true. When I was at a mall in maybe 1987, my family, we would all go to separate places and then come back and meet like an hour later. I got the time wrong, so I was sitting by a monitor in a department store that had that commercial on a loop for like 45 minutes. And so I know every line from it. So I've been so many times over the course of my life, I've thought, I dare you to link the rings in the voice of Erno Rubik. And like I never said anything to anybody because that's insane. And
That
then
stuck with you, huh?
Yeah, and then so I saw it again and I knew every second of it.
I love when there's new George information. That he showed up early to the family meeting at the mall, and he saw this commercial several times. Just new George information is my favorite thing.
Yep,
Like,
I know.
You didn't go to Sbarro and get a slice of pizza? Like,
No, I had to watch the commercial. It might
Then
change
go to
after a while.
B. Dalton and look through the magazines. Like Walden Books wasn't open. What?
No, I thought I just got the time wrong. I thought maybe they left without me. I don't know.
You just hung out by the Woolworths. And
Let's pick back up with the thrilling conclusion of Rubik the Amazing Cube Goes to Hawaii. Cookie Crisp.
They could have made him like in better shape. Couldn't they have?
The ghost, yeah.
Yeah, the ghost. I mean, he's just.
Yeah, he's
Kinda.
kind of a fat Hawaiian ghost.
Yeah.
Sounds like Count Floyd.
I have a funny feeling that was in a Rubik mumble.
It was the ghost of King Kalana.
And Rubik's down there.
But we can't go inside. It's a curse.
Let's just state what we already knew.
Can't desert Rubik.
As much as I hate to think about going in there, Carlos is right. We've got to.
Oh, well, I guess we have to jump. And go through the sand like Rubik did. Here goes. Yeah!
Oh, trippy.
What kind of mechanism is that sand?
Yeah, I don't know. They landed on psilocybin mushrooms, though. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know what?
Really
let's
big
just,
ones.
Let's just call it magic sand. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
Rubik's magic.
Yes.
Right.
Wow! It's like a lost world down here.
Yeah, I have a feeling this place isn't on the local tourist maps.
We shouldn't be down
His
here.
joke kind of fell flat.
This is a world where lost souls
I was thinking about
go.
something else.
Like a ghost of King Kalana.
Great! A lost Rubik, and now a lost soul.
Look, I see footprints.
Lucky us.
There's always
And those
footprints.
look like
Any
Rubik
mystery.
prints.
And they stopped near
That
the
should also be in the bingo cards.
Footprints?
Footprints should be in the bingo
Yeah,
cards.
we're going to do some cartoon bingo to give to everybody watching the show, Keith. So if you think of any, let us know.
By the way, those footprints are very tightly put together. I'm worried about the person who like shuffled. Like there's like no joint control. Their knees are terrible.
No, like their pants are around their ankles.
Yeah, what is their gait? Just shuffling.
Forgotten.
They lead down that corridor.
Just remember, gang, this is for Rubik.
I'm telling you, I heard it, Logan. I heard strange laughter.
Ah, you're hearing things again. Anything we find down here has been dead for thousands of years.
That's what I'm
It's
afraid
always
of.
New York accent.
Okay.
Yeah, no
According
matter
to
where
the
they are.
chart, the largest part of the crystal should be right above us. We start drilling here.
What kind of place is this?
I like that they gave them safety glasses.
They gave him what?
Safety glasses, like safety goggles to put on. Like there's like this is important that they have eye safety. That their
There's
eyes
probably
are
a
safe.
network note, is what I'm guessing.
OSHA was like,
Yes, yeah.
This episode's sponsored by OSHA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can the goon and his crony, can they wear safety glasses during this part?
ritual place.
And glow.
And the footprints seem to end here. This was the final resting place for King Kalana.
Uh-oh. What do we do now?
Rise
I love how
and
she's
capture the young intruders.
Can't give up on Rubik.
A net. There's usually a net.
Nets. Yep.
Hey!
Get us out! Let go of us!
Sinister laughing. That should be one.
It's a creature!
Oh no! It's the ghost of King Kalana!
I don't care what he's king of. A ghost is a ghost!
And now he's got us and Rubik. You are my prisoners!
You give us our cube back!
So he's in danger.
Yeah, and don't you hurt him.
And what are you going to do to make me?
How about this?
Huh?
Huh?
Why'd you go and do that?
Zoinks!
Gosh, you didn't have to squeeze my nose so hard.
I didn't squeeze you.
Kind of a cowardly line. Yeah.
Is it bleeding? Is it?
Your nose is fine, but we're not.
I was just trying to scare you. Hey, I wasn't gonna hurt you.
Also, how are these nets working too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same way as Pocket works, I think.
Yeah, magic sand nets with like weird holes just for your heads, but not for the rest of you.
I want somebody who can sew to make this a red ringer, a yellow shirt with red ringer that has a giant pocket in it.
That could fit a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
somebody watching, maybe one of our people watching will send us one.
See what you can do about this spider web.
Spider web?
But look, don't hurt me, okay?
We're not gonna hurt you. But why were you acting so mean?
I thought all ghosts had to act mean and tough.
Nah, that's only on cartoons. This is real.
How come you're still haunting this place?
I haven't done a good deed. And until I do, I have to haunt this volcano.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, amigo, you never get out of here acting the way you do.
Well, how do you do a good deed?
Well, that's simple.
Yeah, all you gotta do is, well, that is...
That is...
What's that?
Maybe this volcano is erupting.
I stopped that years ago.
Sounded like it came from down that corridor. Good. Then let's go down this corridor. Rubik's Field. Bad men. You mean someone's in here with us? Yes.
Oh, no. You don't suppose it's a
Nick, I have a
ghost,
question.
do you?
Yeah, shoot.
You're the resident. You're the Rubik expert. So why doesn't Rubik just always stay solved? Why would he ever?
Usually he falls on the ground and then gets scrambled, or the villain will take him and scramble him up.
I feel like they should have made something like it drains too much energy out of him, so he has to get scrambled occasionally to rebuild his energy. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, I mean that might have had more stakes to it, but no, it's generally like if he falls, he's out of reach of Carlos, who can't put him back together. Then that's when he's really in danger because he doesn't have his powers.
So we have established if he is put together, then he has powers.
Yes, that's when a blue face pops out of the white side of his of the cube, and he can fly and whatever else. He has superfluous legs occasionally.
We're gonna find out.
Perfect. We got the whole crystal. It's heavier.
I know, I'm doing that with you.
The heavier it is, the more money we make.
Yep, that's fairly obvious.
You don't have to think out loud all the time.
Those men stole the ancient crystal.
Oh, we We can't let him do that. We can't. We can't.
I don't know what's behind those kids, but let's get out of here.
They're getting away! That crystal belongs to our ancestors. If you help get it back, that would be a good deed.
Yeah, you're right.
There we go. Lesson at the end.
They turned down that corridor.
Hey, this is neat.
You'll get used to it.
Ruby's doing the.
Yeah.
Faster! Get to the Jeep!
Master! My sciatica!
It's the world's largest blood diamond.
Quick! Back to Waikiki!
Great line. Quick! Back to Waikiki!
My sister and I were so excited about this show. Yeah, Keith.
I was just gonna say, did we all notice that the animators took a little extra time, and we know how long animation takes?
Yes.
But they added days to their schedule to show them gingerly tying the diamond to the back of the truck when they could have just thrown it back there.
Yeah.
But there's like, hold on a second, let me get these ropes.
Right.
Okay, this one. Oh, let me get these other ropes.
What kind of
that was a
knot should we have
10
them-
second. That was 10 seconds of animation.
What kind of knot should we have them tie? Like a sailor's knot, or should it be more of a?
I don't know. This is going to delay us 2 weeks, but I think it's worth it for realism because otherwise the diamond would just fall off the back of this truck.
Right. We've established that they're careful with the safety goggles.
Right.
And by the way, this is after E.T. came out too, because just I think 2 years. So there's several scenes in most episodes where Rubik is in the bike seat and helps them bike into the sky. So there's several direct E.T. ripoffs.
That would also explain a little bit of his weird face. I was trying to look at that face and be like, what are you telling me with this face? Because it's like an old man, but
an alien and a doll. Yeah.
He just doesn't have a long neck. And
yes. You're right. Otherwise, very alien-like.
Yeah,
like
he has
like
a
Mac
toy
and
body.
Me.
Yes, Mac and Me is a good.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, he's
They're
huge.
taking the road back to Waikiki.
Gotta stop their Jeep, Rubik. Rubik, stop.
I mean, Rubik's doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Forget the crystal!
The
Let's
slapstick
just
ghost
get
is
outta here.
They can't get away.
Get out of here!
I think this is my turn.
He chops their heads off.
Drinks their blood.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
What the? Get out!
I thought of another good thing to have on the bingo card. So nice of you to drop in. That's like every villain, every cartoon has that at least one.
No, that's my food!
A lot of umbrellas, cakes, and cheese in that.
That way, we can get out through the side
An umbrella party.
Oh, no, you don't.
It disembowels them.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Fooled me.
No, please don't hurt us. Go away. You can have the crystal.
Go away, murder chairs!
I'm walking here.
Please lock us up.
Yeah, we stole the crystal.
They're twin policemen.
Interesting touch.
You gotta
They
put
probably
the
saved
crystal
like
back.
$80 having it be
No
twin.
problem.
They're like, how does the car get back? Rubik will do it.
That's great, Rubik. But how are we gonna get the crystal back inside the volcano? You watch.
Boy, no one's going to be able to get that crystal now.
I can go home now with my ancestors.
I guess that
And
means
my
we'll
two
never see
huge
you again.
chins.
Yeah, but I'll be happy, and the crystal is safe forever. Goodbye, my friends.
Gee, I'm kind of sad.
I know something that'll cheer us up. Let me show you how we enjoy a real luau.
Not a real luau, but the way we do it for tourists.
Oh, sexy.
Anybody turned on by Garcia?
Ruby Spears, he did it again.
He did it again.
I like the instrumental version of this.
Yeah. Title song by Menudo. That's it. That's Rubik the Amazing Cube.
Whew. Wow.
How's everybody holding up?
It's rough.
20 minutes long, right?
Yeah, it was 22 minutes or something. Yeah, you know, whatever a commercial, whatever it would be without the commercials. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with everybody, how everyone did on the quiz. I'm impressed with everyone for getting through this episode. That was, by the way, there's 4 episodes on these 2 VHS tapes. That was the most interesting one.
Okay.
So, yeah, I gave you the action-packed one.
And now we never have to watch it again, right?
You don't.
Okay.
But, guys, here's the thing. I solved the Rubik's Cube. And here it is.
Perfect.
And Rubik, do you have something to say? I'm going to dub in him saying ooh, ooh, ooh later. I think that only makes sense. So, yeah, me and Rubik, we're going to go hit the town. He's going to turn into a surfboard, and we're going to hang 10. So I got to go, guys. But,
all right.
Thanks. Oh, is there any lesson we learned in today's episode?
Oh, I think there's a lesson for everybody here. We're always trying to get our ducks in a row, trying to optimize our situation, trying to sculpt our lives into some kind of ideal form that we can envision but not necessarily achieve. We spend all our time trying to get one facet of ourselves in order and only to make a mess of the rest of us. And even if we somehow get everything exactly as we want it, sooner or later some D-bag's going to roll in and twist the whole damn thing out of shape. So I guess the message is accept the polychromatic heterogeneity of life and just chill out.
Wow.
And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
That's a great lesson for all of us. Isn't that right, Ruby? Okay. Again, I'm going to dub that in later. Keith Garcia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a blast.
How can people find out more about what you're up to?
I am just in this pandemic. We're still trying to operate a film society, even when our theater is closed. But denverfilm.org, we're programming virtual cinema for everyone across the country who can partake in and support our organization. And we'll be back in theaters next year.
And what about your documentary? What's the latest with that?
My documentary, you would think with all this downtime, I'd have time to finish it, but sometimes just pandemic depression takes over. And
I know.
Oh, it's stifling.
Why do you think we're doing this show? We got nothing else
Exactly.
to do. Yeah. But it's about the drag scene in Denver and beyond, right? Is that the...
Yeah, it's about drag, the who, what, wherefore, and why. It is called The Heels Have Eyes. And we're
title.
Yeah,
we'll say we're one step closer to being done. Given the pandemic, I'll say hopefully the end of next year.
Okay, good.
Like everything else.
We will hold you to that. Keith, thanks for joining us, and we'll see everybody next time on Saturday Morning Cartoons.
That's all. That's it.